Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called Cliff Roads, which is based on the official Cliff map, and what it does is it takes that map and adds a bunch of roads to it that you can drive on. On the normal Cliff map, you start at the very top and you can chuck your car off of it immediately. On this one, you start pretty close to the bottom. To give you an idea of just how close to the bottom it is, if we drive down this road for a few seconds, we'll hit the beach, which is as low as you can go without going underwater. We can also try to roll the truck on the beach because it's fun to do that because the sand is so deep. It makes it really easy to do that. And we actually got quite a few rolls there. I was expecting one, maybe two, but that was a few of them. Anyways, let's bring the truck back up to spawn, and then we're going to go on the other dirt road, which also goes to the beach. The first dirt road, though, is a nice direct path to give you a real good idea of how close we are to the beach. This one has some uphills, and then it has some downhill, and then it has another uphill, I think. And then it has a real steep cliff to get you to the beach. So steep, in fact, I'm not even sure if this thing could climb it from a standstill. I feel like I have to test it now because I don't think it can make it. I really don't. I think in order to be able to climb up this with this truck, we would need some momentum at the start. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spin this around, stop right at the edge of the dirt, like right there, and then we're just going to floor it the whole way and see if it can make it. 12, 10, losing speed. Not a chance, not from a standstill. But if we go like this, we back up and don't fall in the water. Good. And then have maybe like 20 miles per hour of momentum going into this, we should be able to make it. Right, truck? Don't let me down. Oh, it's losing speed. You don't got that much left, though. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I'm believing. Don't let me down. Thank you, truck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and go back to where we started. I could just reset, but it's not too far of a drive, and I quite like driving on this road right here, so we're going to do it twice. Once in one direction, once in another direction. So it feels pretty different when you're in a different direction. It doesn't feel like we're driving the exact same road. And then the area we started was right in this gas station, but I got no brakes. Just kidding, I had brakes. I just wanted to crash. Can I still maneuver it? No, this thing is done. Let me just fix it up, line it up for a better spot, and then we'll swap it out. Because we are going to do the hill climb. And if we're doing a hill climb, well, there's one car that makes a lot of sense for a hill climb. What car is that? It's easy. The hill climb car. So it could be like the hill climb SBR4 or the hill climb Sunburst. I think I'm going to do the Hill Climb Sunburst because it feels like I'd use the Hill Climb SBR4 more than the Sunburst one. And I haven't memorized this course too well, so we're going to be nice and careful. I mean, we got a super fast car, but we're not going to drive super fast because I don't want to crash unintentionally. There are a few places where I want to crash intentionally, though, and you'll be seeing those when we get there. Right now, though, that is not a spot I want to crash, and I felt like I was coming into that way too fast, even though I wasn't. It's deceptive. Hill climbs, man. They'll get you. Oh, getting a little slippery. Come on. Stay straight. Don't you go sliding out on me. Very bouncy road. I'm surprised this thing hasn't bottomed out a lot harder than it has. All right, let's do this. Bottom out. I'm sure it bottomed out there, but I wasn't really paying attention because I was trying to look at the road ahead of me. You could have looked and told me if it did or not. All right, so here's one of the places where it's fun to like overshoot it. So you're like trying to go really fast. Oh no, my car is bouncing. And then you have a cliff. It'll bounce the car around for a little bit. We'll actually end up on another road, which we will be driving on eventually. Right now, though, we're just going to bounce over it. But I like how it has like this kind of setup where if you make a mistake on some sections, your car will just tumble, 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 tumble until it eventually comes to a stop. And I'm going to let this thing tumble all the way. It's not getting much more damage every tumble, which is kind of funny. It's like it's at the maximum amount of damage you're probably going to see it unless we get like a lot of speed out of nowhere, which we actually kind of are. The roll cage is holding the body too strong. But when you have a crash that lasts for like a whole 30 seconds, to me that's awesome. Because you just gotta watch it and enjoy it. You don't have to do anything at all. Upright. No, that's not upright. Then we gotta bring it all the way back and we can watch the path in reverse. Probably should have had a save point before I jumped off the cliff. Did not think of that. Are we up? Nope, not yet. But here. Nope. Here? Nope. There we are. I was falling for a long time, wasn't I? Anyways, continue along. Try not to fall off unintentionally here. Whoa, which is looking a little scary right there. For a second, I didn't think my car was going to turn at all. It was just like super understeer and nothing was happening. Like right here, it wouldn't make sense to fall off because it's kind of a hill you'd have to go up to fall off. So we're going to keep driving along. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just push it really hard, and if I fall off, I fall off. How's that? I really don't even remember the path. Oh, hey, we're at the top. Oh, well, come on, upright. Upright! Yes! Car actually looks kind of cool without the wing. Like, you can still see it has some crazy aero on the front and back, but the wing just makes it a little less crazy. And that'd actually be a pretty cool car to just drive around. It's absurd, but maybe even more absurd without the wing. Just because you're so used to seeing the wing, I think. Anyways, up here, there's just a little town I was driving around. We could also do this and let the car fall. And this is another crash we're just going to watch. And maybe I'll just be quiet for this one so you can enjoy the crashing sounds. Didn't quite last as long as the other one, unfortunately. Oh well, bring it all the way back up to there. Then we're going to go back down the hill, so we need the opposite of a hill climb car. What would that be? Oh, it's maybe like a, what are those ones you call where they don't have any motor and they're like made out of wood sometimes? Those ones, the hill fall cars. They have a real name. It's just blanking out. I'll remember it the second I stop recording the video, so you don't have to tell me because I'll know it before you even leave a comment. But you know what I mean, right? That's the kind of car I need is. I could just strip the engine out of this, then it'd basically be one. I mean, that's totally dumb, but we could definitely do that. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm actually trying to remember where an alternative path appears, because there's a dirt road that we can take off of this. It'll get us to that dirt road you saw me falling on a few minutes ago. I just gotta remember where it is. Is that it? That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it! I think that was it. Let me take a peek. That's a little bit more than a peek, but that is it. Okay, great. Try to stay on the road. And since this is a dirt road, and this is a hill climb car, and we're not climbing, we're going to swap it. I mean, I guess you could probably technically use it here because dirt roads aren't too threatening to it, but a rally car seems a lot more appropriate. So we're going to go with a Pessima, and we'll get... Let's see, is there any modded rally cars? Looks like all the modded ones... Oh! Drift. Nope, never mind. I saw all-wheel drive. I'm like, wait, is that a rally? No, it's not. So we'll just use the stock rally one because no modded ones, unfortunately. Kind of surprising because the Corvette and I think even the Sunburst both have modded rally versions. This one doesn't for the mods I have installed. Idea for future update to those mods. Add a custom rally one of these. Okay, don't you dare bounce too hard on me. Oh, goodness. Okay, maybe this isn't the best car for this because this road's a little bit bumpier than I remembered and something's not right with this thing. It should be able to push itself through that, I would think, unless something's like really digging into the ground. Yeah, the right there you can see the front wheels are lifted up because that piece is digging into the ground so hard, so that's why we can't make it there. So we'll just reset the car and now we should be able to climb that no problem, because that's not even that steep for this car. Although when it boosted and spooled, everything feels steep because it goes so slow. And still the boost bar is in bars, even though it shouldn't be, because 8 bars of boost is absurd. Like, that's supposed to say PSI, but that still hasn't been fixed, which is kind of funny. So right here we have 2 paths we can take. One of them will continue along the road. The other one just goes down to the beach. And if I remember correctly, this is the one that goes down to the beach. I mean, it has to. I'm going so steep downhill, it can't not go to the beach. Bottoming out a little bit. Oh! Are we good? Nope. Drive shaft broken. We cannot continue with this car. Wait, yes, we kind of can. We can let it roll. Come on, how much speed can we get rolling it? It's steep enough where we can get some momentum. I can't steer too well, but we're actually making it. I don't need no stinking engine. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. We can have a car that just relies on momentum and gravity, which has just failed me at the moment. Never give up. Never give up. Keep going, car. Come on. You're almost to the beach. Once you're there, you can party all you want. It's going to make it. It's going to make it going in reverse. I just got to make it. I got to get you there. Come on. Just jiggle yourself. Jiggle it. Jiggle it. The engine is not connected to anything because the drive shaft is broken. I have no idea how it was moving there for a second. Just magic voodoo. I want this car to make it, though. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give it a little push. The driver gets out. He pushes the car and he hops back in somehow. How does he hop back in is the real question, because the door probably won't open without absolutely obliterating it. And the windows are still up, so you couldn't have hopped through the window. Nobody knows how the driver got back in, but he is. To the beach! Let's go! Oh, no. No, I oversteered it. And I tried to accelerate. Wait. Touched it. Touched the beach. Touched the beach. That's all I wanted. Anyways, we can try to drive back up this hill. It's pretty steep, but I'm pretty sure this car will be able to make it. If not, we'll swap it out. Maybe once we get back to where it joins up with the main road, we will go with a different rally car just to get some variety going. And it looks like this thing's going to be able to make it up no problem. Because that felt pretty steep as we were going down it, but the rest of it didn't feel too steep except for maybe one section, which we're coming up on. It was the one between the rocks. That felt pretty steep. Alright, so here's the challenge car. Let's go. Right there, right here. That's where it felt steep. And it's making it no problem. Pretty sure this thing can climb better than the default D series just because it has more power. So it looks like we should almost be near where the roads converge, or not. I thought I was near it. Maybe I'm not. There it is. I was just messing myself up. So we'll park it right there. And we're going to go with a rally version of the Corvette. And this time we'll go with a modded one if I have one. And I'm pretty sure I do. There's a modded rally version. Should be pretty similar to the stock one. But I think it's a little bit more heavy duty kind of. Which is good for this kind of thing. Like if you were doing a rally course like this, you'd probably install a more heavy duty suspension because this one's pretty bouncy. And you see I'm having 2 wheels in the air probably 20% of the time. 4 wheels in the air maybe even 10% of the time right there. Probably really overestimating that, but the point is it bounces you hard. I'm just trying to stay on the road really. I don't want to flip and crash like the last one. I want to make sure I get this one legit. Wow! Right there, I thought I was doomed. So here we go, another alternative path. This time we're going down, once again, the one that goes to the beach. And I popped a tire, but that is not going to stop me. It'll just slow me down. Alright, this time we're going to floor it and let it bounce. Oh, that hit weird. Like, that got me into a really hard spin unexpectedly. Come on, upright. We'll make it upright. Because the car can still drive. And it's beat up enough where it'll be interesting to see it get beat up more. So we're going to just floor it and let it bounce again. If I can get it up to speed. It doesn't look like it can get up to speed, actually. So there we go. On to the beach. Once again, the road's just dead end onto the beach. That's all it is. The other road we're driving on, the main road, that one actually goes to the place that we started at. It just takes a while to get there. And I didn't feel like climbing back up that road because we already did one of those just a few minutes ago with the Ibishu Pessima. So now we're going to keep driving along, and this thing is actually doing amazingly. There are so many parts where I'm like hitting it on just my 2 wheels, and I'm afraid something's going to break, but the suspension just seems to hold up very, very well. Also, it helps that this one has all-wheel drive where the normal rally one I'm pretty sure is just front-wheel drive, and uh-oh, why am I bogging down so bad? I'm out of boost! Go! We're done. We're done. It can't make it. I don't know if it's damaged or if it's just too steep, I guess. I don't see any damage, so I'm just assuming it's too steep for it. Alright, time to swap again then. So this time, how about... I think there's a Rally 200BX mod. Let's see. Rally. Yes, there is. Awesome. Can you climb this hill? Because my other car could not. It almost seems like a rally car is not the appropriate vehicle to use here, and we need like an actual... off-road, almost crawling vehicle. We're able to make it though. With this one. Not with the other one though. Gotta be careful right here because I really don't remember how steep this thing gets. Yeah, we're gonna go slow through here because that is pretty steep. But I see the end. Floor it instead. Let it fly. If I know I'm gonna get to the end, I have no problem wrecking my car in the process. Because gravity will get us there no matter what. Rear left wheel is ruined, but we can go over here and look at the town. I guess it's not really a town, it's more of a factory. I have no idea why I called it a town. Oh, I thought it was going to recover from that. Anyways, we could drive around here just a little bit. If I remember correctly, there's a little bit of a thing you can drive on at the end of here. Yeah, so we can go over here, drive down to there, then we can go on to the boat. Which is fun to do. Crash into the tank. Everything explodes. Nah, it doesn't explode. It just kind of does that. Go ahead and reset the car. Get off the boat. And we're going to go and make our way towards where we started. Did I just wreck my front bumper? Really? I heard like a crashing noise, but everything looks flawless. So I have no idea what that was about. Take that corner tight. I didn't think the car was going to steer at all for a second. It just felt weird. I heard another crashing noise, but my car is not crashing. What is going on? Stop making weird noises. Go through the building. Just for fun. Take a shortcut. This is a long cut, actually. Whoa. Did not see that one coming. Did not see that one coming. How about this? Let's swap to something you wouldn't expect. Let's swap to a Grand Marshal. Now, there's no rally version of the Grand Marshal, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there is. But I'm not going to use that. Instead, we're going to use a taxi. Why a taxi? Just because it sounds fun. Like, it's totally illogical for if we were actually driving on the dirt roads, but now we're on the paved roads again, so it's somewhat logical. I just noticed this one has a blank license plate. I can't remember if the normal Cliff map has license plates or not. One of those things I never paid attention to. In fact, I don't even know if I've actually been to Cliff map since they added the license plate feature. It's not a map I use very often because I usually end up using Leap of Death instead because it seems like you guys like Leap of Death a lot more than Cliff. But with all these roads here, it makes it a lot more versatile of a map because you can still drop the car off the cliff as you see me do a few times, but you could also just drive on some roads, which is nice. Gotta slow this thing way down. So right here, there's a small town. I don't know if I'm actually drive through it. You can see just a tiny little town. If it's only one loop, I guess we could drive through it. I thought it was a little more complex than that. So we're like looking for the person who called the taxi. Who calls taxis nowadays? Everybody calls Ubers, right? Well, some guy still calls taxis. We pick him up. He says, I want to go to the spawn location. Here's his house. Stop. He gets in the taxi super fast because this is the rapid taxi, and he's a rapid man. That's why he doesn't take Uber. He needs things rapid. We gotta go as fast as we possibly can because the customer demands it. So we're gonna floor it the whole way, which isn't actually that fast because we're driving a taxi cab. How fast did you expect a taxi cab to be? Honestly. If you expected it to be fast, I got bad news for you. Whoa. I thought for sure I was almost gonna hit a rock on the side of the road right there and do some damage. Oh, getting airborne. Yeah, this is gonna get sketchy here. Flooring it the whole way, irregardless of how sketchy it looks. Right here, there's no way I'm gonna make this corner, is there? Wait. Come on, get there. No brakes either. You can see those brake lights. I did not touch it. At least, not intentionally. I might have just subconsciously said, oh my goodness, I should brake here. Right there, I had to brake because I was going the wrong way. Just a little bit of an e-brake. And then once we're down this hill, we'll get back to where we started, and then we've driven on pretty much every road here. Rapid delivery. See, he wasn't wearing the seatbelt and he was sitting in the passenger seat. So we rapidly delivered him by crashing into that, and he shoots right out the windshield to his location. Rapid taxi methods. Dial 333-3333 for your rapid taxi today. Anyways, till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.